What up? It's me again. And we're back. We're gonna make another computer today. And what a computer we're gonna make. Let's get right into it. Let's go into the closet and grab the parts. So first off, we got this legendary, wait for it. The legendary i7 4770K. 4-core 8-threaded chip. Not quite as legendary as the 4790K, but damn close on this dusty Asus Z97P motherboard. For storage, we're going pretty simple. This PNY 500GB CS900 SSD, and we also got 2x8 Crucial Ballistics, 16 gigs of RAM. Here's the case we're gonna use. As you can see, this also has another computer in it. Pretty high-end computer, seeing it's an RTX graphics card. That's gonna be for another time. But the case itself is the Dutso C320, I believe it's called. A nice budget case. It also has the power supply we're going to use in it, which is another really budget-friendly power supply. So let's get the lights on and let's start building. But hold up. Say it with me, folks. First rule of PC building. Yes, you're correct. Always make a test bench. So that's a good time to install the RAM. All you gotta do is pull back the little finnies and slot them in. The two RAM sticks here, there's still two open slots. All I want to see if this computer even works. So let's flip it on. Power switch on. And let's see what's what. I think the screen is on. Let's see if we can find... I think this is the right one. Power supply turned on. CPU is getting warm. And yep, success. Okay, it's
nice.
But this, like last time, isn't just gonna be another computer. This too has a few gimmicks to it. So first off, the cooler. Let's get to that. So this cooler, imagine it without a fan, is an old cooler I got way back from an LGA 775 motherboard. So we're talking DDR2. It was a Core 2 Quad Q6600, but anyway, this cooler was huge, so I decided to keep it. What I had to do was zip tie it, and I had to somehow mount it to the motherboard, which was gonna be a challenge. Here's me trying to figure out what kind of orientation, this is before I put the fan on, what kind of orientation I want to put it in. I'm also trying to see if the holes line up, and they almost, we're talking like a couple millimeters do, but I'll make it work. So this is just a compilation of me struggling with this cooler. First, obviously, we had to demount the back plate. We had to try to, here I am pulling out zip ties to zip tie the fan, and then I had to test the back plate. And I don't have footage of this, but oh my god, was this cooler a pain. I'm missing a little bit of the mounting hardware, and that made me had to like bend the back plate and stuff. I was struggling with this for like 20 minutes. Here's some footage. This is sped up 64 times. But wait, there's more. If you had a keen eye last time, you would notice I didn't have the original IO shield, and I didn't this time either. But look, I had one that almost fit. So obviously I'm gonna make some modifications and make it work. Don't do this, it's not worth it. So I realized if I just cut up here, I can get the VGA in. So you're probably wondering, and how I'm gonna get those straight cuts? Well, oh god. Yep. That's me alright. Then all I had to do was sand down the edges. But in the end, all it takes is some effort. And step 387, just blow on it. If only we were done. This'll do. Yeah, that's me. So in my free time, I've been painting a lot with rattle cans, and I had some leftover black, so I thought, why not? I'll be the first one to admit, it's not perfect, but that is pretty damn close. Like the USB port looks like kind of off. Yeah, the USB ports were actually more than off, actually. Good thing pliers exist though, am I right? You'll see the finished product at the end. It didn't turn out too bad though, but I didn't bother painting it again. Was it perfect? Hell no. But did I have fun doing it? Oh yeah. Now, let's actually build the PC. I'll also admit, that cooler, it is so freaking close to the rare fan. But we're fine. It still spins, I think. But I probably should have turned it around. But oh well, it's in there. It'll do. Let's screw in this motherboard. So now for the meat and potatoes, I started finally building the computer. The power supply is an Intertech SL700 watt. It's a nice budget power supply. It's 80 plus rated, and it's fine for a budget build. I also added 3 RGB fans, and here you can see the meat of the build, or the potato, whatever you want to call it. I think it's the meat though, hell yeah. The GTX 1066 gig to go with this amazing i7 4770K. One of my favorite graphics cards of all time. Not only is it a good pairing and requires low power, but at the same time, it looks excellent in this white case. It's actually still a pretty decent card for 1080p esports gaming. Oh yeah, and here's the IO shield. Make some adjustments though, so because it didn't line up no matter what I did, but it's better than nothing. Maybe. I don't know. It's there. It's gonna stay. That's for sure. This is the first start after build it. Let's see. Alright. Lights up. That's good. Fan spin. It's... Wow! Okay. Very good temperatures to start. I mean, it just started up, so that's fair. It's not under any load, but that's a good sign. XMP enabled 4770K. Okay. Let's install Windows. And while we wait for Windows, here's a showcase of my main computer. Cool. Or even better, let's go into the bedroom and let me show you the best pussy you can get. Aww. So this is Skarkin, or crust, I guess would be the closest translation in English, which is cute in by itself, but it's way cuter in Norwegian because it's like the end of the bread, which nobody wants, but we wanted Skarkin, and it's way better in Norwegian, I promise. Right, so I'm making a video, so obviously I had to give the computer a really unique, proper name. And after just firing it up, I decided eventually to take the graphics card back out and repaste it. I mean, the paste is dry for sure, so a repaste doesn't hurt, but I've seen worse, and considering this graphics card is like 10 years old, and this is the original paste, that's not bad actually. But I had some final flair I wanted to add. Not all of them though, because I want to use these 3 cables in another build. But I added a 6-pin connector and the CPU connector. Now, this card only requires a 6-pin connector, but instead of taking the combs off and making it look ugly, we could just put the last one on the side here and making it almost not visible that it only uses a 6-pin. So here it is. Now let's test it out. First up is of course 3D Mark and Firestrike and eventually Time Spy, and I gotta tell you, the computer both looks and runs great. It passed both the stress tests and it's pretty damn good. Then of course I have to jump into Fortnite. God, I hate this game, but oh well. Stutter Night, as somebody calls it. It usually takes a game before it truly works. But yeah, it's running pretty fine. I think we're at like 100 FPS average. It's a bit stuttery, but this is at medium settings. We eventually turn into performance mode though, and it runs even better. Not that I have footage of performance mode, but it works. And then that's it. Then all I had to do was snap some cool pictures of it. This is the PC in all its glory. It's looking pretty damn good if you ask me. The cooler actually turned out great. I really like this cyan blue color on it. And then all I had to do was snap some pictures and list it. Hopefully it'll sell soon. A couple of these pictures were pretty damn great. Some of them are not, but you know, it is what it is. Here's a look inside. Just some random pictures, but hey. And yeah, I'm taking this on the fly again. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you want to catch me more, I try to stream some video games, and I also I try to upload a video here on Sundays, once every Sunday. Hopefully these PCs that I'm selling can save up for my wedding. I could definitely use the money. So yeah. Anyway, this PC turned out pretty damn great. Yeah, and this is footage of me cutting with scissors. Don't do this. It wasn't worth it at all. But it's a hella nice budget build. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.
You was a motherfucker.